All right, Lexi, you ready for a good one?
I'm ready.
Okay. This one is, it comes from TikTok. The account is Get Lost Website. It is a British landlord, but it's a pretty outrageous one. All right,
Yep.
let's take a watch.
I know this is a little bit short notice, but this weekend I was wondering, would you be able to move out? I've got some friends coming and I need the house.
What?
Is that okay?
No. I mean, I don't know if you're aware of this, but as my landlord, I'm your tenant and I live here.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, but it's just for the weekend. It's just I've got some friends coming and I need the house. This is my house, isn't it? So I just thought it'd be all right for you to move out for the weekend.
No, you pay mortgage on this house, but I live in this house, as in I pay rent to you every month to live in this house. You can't just tell me to go because your friends are coming.
Why?
Because
I don't understand.
I've got things to do. I'm not going, sorry.
It's put me in a bit of a difficult situation, really, because my friends are coming and I just thought with this being my house, I have the right to allow them to stay.
This is not what it works. You're not running a B&B. This is a house that I'm paying rent for. So, no, I'm sorry. You're going to have to sort yourself out.
I've got nowhere else to stay. They can't stay in my house. Like, I need a house for them. Like, can you not just be civil and let me have the house for the weekend? Like, at the end of
No.
I get that you pay rent, but at the end of the day, like, I own the house, so therefore, like, it's
I
mine.
pay rent in the house. No, just put him in a B&B or something. It's not my problem.
Okay. What are your first thoughts here?
She's getting it confused with an Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that you can just pick a weekend and say, oh, actually, I'm going to need you to leave.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have my family or her friends or whoever staying here for the holidays. No, that's not how that works.
That's not how that works.
No.
It does seem like this is a long-term rental, and you're right. This woman is treating it like, your time's up. I need it now.
I think it's already a red flag that they're talking through the door.
That is weird.
Why are they not talking face to face?
Maybe it's staged.
Maybe it's probably staged.
Well, we'll just assume it's real.
Yeah.
And maybe, I mean, because this lady is she's a little wackadoodle, right?
A little bit.
Yeah. Have
Just
you
a
ever
bit.
had an argument through a Ring camera?
I haven't.
You're not living.
I'm not. I need to purchase one.
Yeah.
I need to do
Just
that.
specifically for arguments.
But I mean, at least if let's say hypothetically, it's recorded.
Yep.
Now it's documented.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, so if she tries to pull something and says, I'm going to evict you out of retaliation.
Yeah.
Evidence.
You're right. This could be used against the landlord, for sure. But this is also like such a cut and dry situation where, assuming there's a lease agreement in place, I mean, the tenant says that they pay rent to live there, meaning there should be a lease. If there's a lease, then the lease has an end date and a start date, and that's kind of the end of the story.
Right.
If they both signed it, like there's, the landlord could forcibly remove them, but just to have their friends stay there for a weekend is not a good reason.
No, definitely not.
What would you do in this situation?
Well, what I'm wondering now, too, is what if, the tenant was interested in something like this and they decided to do a sublease kind of situation? Because that could be agreed upon.
Yeah, you could do that. So the landlord is saying this, and you are a very patient person, and you're looking past whatever rage you might be feeling upon being told you had to vacate the place you rent for a few days. Sure, if you said, you know what, I was looking for an excuse to get out of town for a little bit, let's do a sublease, and then work it out with the landlord that their friends would pay
them
X amount for a weekend. I don't know.
Again, it's like, just get an Airbnb or a hotel. You know, it's just kind of
like a normal person. Yeah.
Not like a crazy person.
No, as a landlord, your rental property is not really the place to use at your disposal. If you have friends in town and they can't stay anywhere else, that's not how this works.
I mean, at that point, don't rent it out.
That's right. Yeah.
Just own it or do Airbnb.
Now,
other kind of thing.
If it was vacant, if you did not have a tenant in there, then sure, because you own the property.
Right.
But if you've got a paying tenant with a signed lease agreement in place, leave them alone.
It's not going to work.
That's not going to work.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.